Good evening, everyone. Back again. And look at this bird's nest we have down here. Yeah, this is the rear harness for GTS, and it's part of the swap, I guess, from going from SR5 to GTS. You don't need to do it, apparently, from what I understand. It's not 100% necessary, but it's the best way to do it. Because at the very end, where the fuel pump harnesses, actually they're on the SR5. There isn't one for the fuel pump, the GTS fuel pump, and there is for the sender. This is the level sender, and this is the fuel pump right here, and this is just non-existent on the SR5 harness. And the reason that you could just wire in a fuel pump wires and go that route, but apparently, from what I understand, it's better to do the GTS harness, because if you are ever in an accident and the car stops running, the fuel pump will deactivate as well. And so if you were just to wire that in with the SR5 harness, you wouldn't have that safety feature there, and you could, if you have an accident and the car stops, the fuel could keep coming, and you could have a fire issue there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and I've heard it's not very fun, but what are you gonna do? It's wiring, so it's probably never ever fun, at least for me. Now, I got this with the purchase of the car, and as you can see, the previous owner elected to just snip the wires where these would normally have plug-ins, to where they would just plug right up to the tail lights, the rear tail lights and the signals. But I guess they were in a hurry and they just decided to snip them off. And there's a couple other places where they just decided to snip it off too. Like, I think where the door, when the door buzzer, when its door opens, that little, let's see if I can find it. I think it might be that one. I'm not 100% sure, but anyways, it's no big deal. I can always make new plugins. But that's what this video is going to be. So if you're excited about wiring, then check it out. I'm not very good at it, but I know enough to make do. So thank you. Alright, now I've got the GTS harness laid out next to the SR5. The GTS has the red tape, and the SR5 has the green tape. That's just for this car. I've seen them with different color tape before. I've seen them with blue, I've seen them with yellow, and all that. So for this video, the GTS tape, or the GTS is with the red tape, and the SR5 has the green tape right here. And I've just laid them side by side and kind of gone along the same path as the, just laid them out parallel to each other, so that way I can take the SR5 harness out and replace it immediately with the GTS. Because if I was to try to just memorize all this, and if I was to take the SR5 harness out all the way and put the GTS in, knowing me, I would probably forget where a lot of things go and how it goes in. So be safe for me to do it this way. And And it's that dark outside and my neighbor's weed eating. I don't know. Maybe he works late. There we go. Alright, check it out. Here we got about a little bit, I'm about halfway done as far as these little tabs go. There's these tabs every so often, and they have the clips that go into the body, and I wanted to just make it real clean, so the harness, actually, the one that I'm putting in, the GTS harness, all the tabs were broken off. I guess the guy just was in a hurry, so he kind of just, broke them off. And so what I did was I used the SR5 tabs, took tabs off of that one, put it onto the GTS harness, and I've been able to work around. I've gotten it to where is that right there? See that white with the two red pieces of tape on this two sides? Those are the tabs I'm talking about. So I wanted it to, be nice and clean and everything. Also, those little hard guides that whenever you take like a 90-degree corner, they have these plastic guides like that. I switched those as well. And but I'm gonna call it a night and continue this tomorrow. I needed to get some wiring supplies. I was unable to start on the tail light wiring for now, so that will be coming up soon. Alrighty. Got rust in the right there. That's nothing right there, but this is right here. I need to take care of that. So, anyways, there you have it. We'll see you in a little bit. Here she is, the ae86. Let's go over here. Okay, this is a continuation of the wiring harness, GTS wiring harness, and I'm happy to say that I have finished so far. Just got a few things to do, but for the most part, I'm done. I used all these the factory clips right there, like those. All of the ones on the GTS harness were just ripped off, so I had to use the ones on the SR5 harness. I had to take them all off and put them on the GTS as I went. Keep it nice and factory looking, because that's what we want. Like that. Looking good, looking good. And the back tail lights, I got I had to wire in those the tail lights, because the person who got the rear harness just snipped them off for the GTS one, so I had to utilize that, and so that took a little bit of time wiring. I'm real slow at it, so of course I'm generally slow on working on cars anyways, but wiring I'm extra slow. Don't have anything plugged in. I don't have the fuel pump plugged in because I don't have anything hooked up front engine, so I don't want to, if I turn the key on, I don't want the fuel to go flying everywhere, splattering everywhere. Right here, up, and here is the last thing I have to do. The rear body harness has 3 plugins that you'll be able to find located under the driver's side kick panel. It has a white plug-in at the top, a yellow plug-in right below it, and a clear plug-in at the very bottom of the fuse box. Plug those in and you're all finished.